UFC 281 just took place last Saturday, and I'll give you my main thoughts on the last three main fights of that card. Starting off with Dustin Poirier against Michael Chandler. Right. So instantly, we got what we expected. We got fireworks. And at the start of round one, you can clearly see Michael Chandler pushing Dustin Poirier up against the back of the fence. I think at the start of the round, he gave Poirier a triple body kick just to push him back. He just started picking Poirier apart up against the fence. He would give a left hook to the body, just rip him down there, and then finish up says a right hook over the top. And it would just keep going on. It would just touch him, left hook, right hook, bang, bang, bang. Poirier's getting pieced up apart. Then later on in the round, again, Chandler pushing back against the fence. And this time when Chandler goes down to rip at the body with his left hook, Dustin Poirier checks him with a right hook, and you can see Michael Chandler flop like a fish, let's say. And I think that just goes to show the difference between Michael Chandler and Dustin Poirier. It's Michael Chandler on one hand being the explosive fighter, really powerful, and Dustin Poirier on the other hand being the striker, the more accurate counter strike. And at the end of round one, Michael Chandler was in an absolute state. Face bloody, nose destroyed, everything. But somehow round two, Chandler just takes him down. He takes Poirier down, backbacks him, threatens to rear naked choke, albeit about 50 illegal headshots. But 50 illegal back headshots. But my God, he had Poirier in all sorts of trouble there, and he won that round very comfortably. And now he gets to round three, where it's 1-1 on the scorecards, and Chandler, he just can't help himself. He cannot help himself for the life of him to please the fans, which is great, but he threw that fight away. He goes for a single leg, high crotch, picks him up, shows him across to the fans, slams him down, scramble happens, and Dustin Poirier gets Michael Chandler's back. Rear naked choke. Done. That's it. And as much as we respect Michael Chandler, because obviously he's the first person to knock out Tony Ferguson, he has all these amazing fights, I think we need to really understand how Dustin Poirier has a granite chin. Absolute granite chin Dustin Poirier has. And even at the age of, how old is he? 33. He's an absolute titan. Absolute warrior. So, fair play. That was the best fight of the card by far. So, now we go to the co-main event. This was Zhang against Carlos Esparza. I mean, what do you expect? Carlos Esparza got destroyed. However, not in the way I expected. I expected Zhang to absolutely destroy her in the striking. Funnily enough, Zhang decided to play Carlos Esparza's game and out-grapple her. Very impressive. Not much happened in round one, but round two, Zhang just got Carlos Esparza in this reverse crucifix and for some odd reason goes for a rear naked choke from there. I've never done that, but hey ho, it worked. And what else were you expecting? You know what I mean? As much as we can respect Zhang Wei and what she did was an amazing thing, I think we need to kind of stop the disrespect of Carlos Esparza. Just because, I get it, her fight against Rose is really boring and it should actually go down as one of the most boring fights in the whole of UFC. But she shouldn't be she shouldn't be getting booed like that. If you watch her going into the octagon and out of the octagon, she is getting booed like crazy. It is insane. And I think we should maybe stop disrespect. You have to bear in mind she was the first strawweight champion and 8 years later she got it back. It is an amazing story. It just sucks how she got it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, fair play. Zhang Wei, new champion of the strawweight division. Get Rose Namajunas on that. Then now we go to the main event. We've got Adesanya against Alex Pereira. The fight didn't go again exactly how I planned. I was thinking Alex Pereira would catch Adesanya second round, third round, left hook. But you know what? First round Adesanya doing his normal thing, twitching, almost having like a flipping spasm attack, just twitching everywhere. And at the end of round one, Adesanya caught Pereira. It was beautiful. It was like a beautiful faint uppercut, left hook. And you just see Pereira just wobbling like crazy. And honest to God, I think of that fight, if that round went on for another 10 seconds, Poirer would have been done. 100%. Then you go to round 2, round 3. Same thing. Adesanya leg kick, managing distance. However, you see Poirer, he's catching Adesanya. The head kick. He's pushing him against the fence more. Catching him a little bit with the left hook. But Adesanya's got a bit of a head movement, ducking and weaving. Then it hits round 4. And you see a lot more frequently now Pereira's pushing Adesanya up against the fence, pushing him. And sort of landing, sort of not. Again, it's catching the guard. Adesanya's got his hard guard up, and not much of it is landing. But this is where it gets special. In the corner at the end of round 4, watch it. You can hear Glover's Scherer telling Alex Pereira, you've got to knock him out. You're going to lose. And Alex Pereira's like, what? I've got to knock him out? And Glover's Scherer like, yeah, you've got to knock him out. And then guess what he does? Alex Pereira knocks out Adesanya in the 5th round. That left hook is the most dangerous left hook I've ever seen in the UFC. That left hook is bonkers. Absolutely mental. Absolutely. The fact that you could tell what he was going to do and he still does it just because of the sheer power and Adesanya was too scared. I don't see how Adesanya's going to win in a rematch. I think in the rematch, Pereira's going to destroy Adesanya, knock him out clean this time. Absolutely knock him out clean. Even with Adesanya incorporating the wrestling and the grappling, he didn't necessarily dominate in the grappling, but it wasn't impressive at all. He did good, but it wasn't impressive. For someone who's had 25 fights in MMA and Pereira's got now 7, you'd expect a lot more, wouldn't you? But, I mean, they are both strikers. But, yeah. I mean, Pereira's a new champion. Well done to him. And I'm expecting to see a rematch. And I'm expecting Pereira to knock him out clean in this rematch. So, yeah. That was my thoughts on the 3 main fights of UFC 281. Please leave a like, leave a comment, share this video with whoever you want. Yeah, see you later.